Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil makhluqeen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Now we are gathered at Esperanza 2K25 Saidia Dawah Fiesta, the celebration of faith, unity and knowledge. The topic dedicated to me is drugs and alcoholism. Who is the real culprit? I will conclude my words after sharing my thoughts in this subject. Drugs and alcohols are destroying lives every single day that break families, ruin careers, weaken the economy, and steal away the dreams of young people. We often see addicts in the street, hear about drunken accidents, read about overdoses in the news, and usually our first reaction is to blame the addict. But let me ask you, is the addiction is the only one responsible, or is there a bigger, darker network behind their fall? Nobody is born an addict. A child is not born with a bottle in his hands or pocket of drugs in his pockets. Addiction is happened because of peer pressure, curiosity, depression, loneliness, poverty, unemployment, and lack of guidance. But in Islam, our body and mind are trust from Allah. Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna li jasadika alayka haqqan." Your body has right over you. Harming our body with intoxicants is betrayal of that trust. If we stop our judgment at the addicts, we miss the truth. The real culprits are hidden. The main culprit is drug mafias and suppliers. They are making billions from poison. They don't give value for other lives. If anyone lost their life, they don't care. They only need wealth. The next culprit is corrupt officials. They are enabling trades by taking bribes. They only need money. Government is also a culprit because alcohol is a main trait of public revenue. Do you know that Kerala government attained 1.9 billion rupees only from alcohol in the last financial year? The next culprit is media and glamorizing. The media, they glamorize the drinking only for their profit. The major and the final culprit is silent society. They ignore the danger until it's too late. If society reacts against public drug users and dealers, the addiction will decrease. Slowly the users also. Allah clearly warns us in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu innamal khamru wal maisir إنما الخمر والميسر والأنساب والأزلام رجس من أمل الشيطان فاجتنبوه لعلكم تفلحون. O believers, indeed intoxicants, gambling, idols, and taking lots for decision are but defilement from the work of Satan. So avoid it. You may be successful. Addiction is both sin and a disease. Yes, addicts are responsible for their action, but we would understand they also deserve care, treatment, and chance to recover. One day a man who drank alcohol was brought to Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam for punishment. Someone cursed him. At that time, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا تلأنوه فوالله ما علمت إلا أنه يحب الله ورسوله. Do not curse him, for by Allah I know he loves Allah and his messenger. We would first fight against sin, not abandon the sinner. If we truly want to stop drugs and alcohols, we need strict laws against traffickers and suppliers. Conduct awareness programs in schools and houses, and make rehabilitation centers in combining medical help with guidance, spiritual guidance. We would understand that the real culprits are not only the one who holds the throttle in his hands. That is also a man who counting the money by sitting in the luxurious offices. Let us unite, raise awareness, and protect ourselves and our future generation. I am concluding my words. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.